What are you making now? Another pipe?
No, not another pipe. Goodness. Pizza. Lunchtime, isn't it? It's the other good thing you can do with this, if you want to work with clay, like, to me, clay can, pretty work in any class as far as something that students can get involved with. Yeah, even as young as you. Trouble is, you'll probably try to eat it. Yeah, and it's probably not great. But pizza. I do have a selection of rolling pins. I go to thrift shops and pick up rolling pins, and people think, why is he buying all these rolling pins? But I actually have, that's a really nice one. I have some really nice old antique rolling pins. People with cutter for doing it. But you know, when you're using the rolling pin, you want to get all the crud off the rolling pin. So you start from the center and work out with it. Right? When you're doing it. I prefer to throw it. One thing I don't do is that thing over my head. So what we're doing is making the vase here. Flat bottom for the vase, you just cut a piece off, right? Vase that's up, straight side, you want it straight. So basically you have a right angle. What I have, everything just seems like a bunch of junk when I travel with it, but people don't know what it's for. That's not a good set of tin cans. That's a good set. That's not a good idea. Get my little brothers over. If you're a real connoisseur of this, what I do is, I've got actually my son-in-law's father raises bison. I really like bison meat. I get bison meat sort of stirred up, just my cooking recipe. You can record this one.
Okay, for sure.
Get some bison meat, sort of fried up, stirred up. Get some mushrooms. I just use canned mushrooms, throw a can of mushrooms in and mushroom soup. And sort of mix it all up. You get some mushroom hamburger meal. The mushroom can and the soup can, Campbell soup cans, the one end doesn't have the regular can end on it. And so it actually fits, the mushroom can fits right into the end of the soup can and makes a really nice combination where it sticks together. You put some tape around it and you have a cylinder. Basically you need a cylinder in order to make your vase. You want to put paper around it. Paper around it, simply the paper gives it sort of a divide, and so you can always take out the can. When you're doing it, you're folding it backwards. Just take your edge, fold it up. You don't want to have the bottom of your clay, of your can right at the end, because it can cut it out. Take your knife, and when you're using your knife, there's one face that's sharp and one side that isn't sharp. We'll use the serrated side, because the serrated side might cut through my toothbrush. It might cut through the base here, okay? Toothbrush again, water, get some slip on it, roll it over, basically press on it, and you've got a cylinder. Now, if you don't like the edge on it, you can take the edge off. I don't mind the edge, okay? So I'm just probably going to leave it because it's a lot faster to work with it as well. To put the bottom on, you've got a piece cut off. Again, what you want to do is take some water, sort of scar up the bottom, make sure your bottom's stuck, then set it on. Take your knife, trace around. What's with Belle today? Oh, you're just upset because I haven't picked you up yet. Your times are coming. So you have a bottom, you have the vase, you want to have the top. What you simply do is take it, roll it around. And if you're really lucky, you'll end up same place you have top. Again, one of the easiest things you can do with the top in order to finish the top is put a coil on it. Just take the coil, wrap it around, and you have a vase. Now, if you like the idea of candlestick holders, what you gotta do is find the really I do have a lot. I have a lot that I don't even know what they are. Like this one. What is that? I guess it probably isn't old. Yeah, probably do. If you made it. Ooh. Put a hole in it? Yeah, it probably worked pretty good. Okay, what you can do as well, and while you still have the tin can in here, you can do all sorts of things. But you can basically just take that and cut it out, okay? If you do a series of them around, watch the structural integrity of your vase, that you don't cut too much. But what you can use it for, this one's probably too high, but it's probably about that height. Use it to put a candle in it, and the shadows will be cast around the room.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, if you have that piece cut out on that side, if you want to add basically the two types of sculpture, that would be subtractive sculpture. You're taking away, right?
Yeah.
I took a piece away. Now what I'm going to do here is add a piece, and so it's simply called additive.
So this is not positive, negative, this is subtractive, additive, or same thing?
Well,
Really?
it is positive and negative, but it's also how you term, the technique to terminology.
Okay, okay, good
For
enough,
Sculpture.
good enough.
You have to put in the right word there.
Yeah. Sure.
But I scarred it up, and that should stay there, okay? That's kind of a nice little thing, isn't it? So you have a vase. What you need to do, Belle is too small for this, but in my class in Brandon, I had one lady that had her daughter, and she was, I don't know, about 8 or 9, and she could just put her hand in there. Whose has the smallest hand? Smallest hand?
Who's got a tiny hand?
Can you put your hand in there and grab that tin can? Just put your hand right in the tin can. You got it?
There you go.
Yeah. So that's easy, okay? And then you just take the paper, fold it out, and you have your vase.
All right.
What you don't want to do is take your vase and drop it, because if you drop it, it'll all get crushed.